All right, what's up, Buttercups? Today is the second video of the Dubuque Museum of Art Adventures. My name is Caitlin Donald. I am one of the Education Fellows. You might notice that this is not a live video, just because I'm making this video on my bedroom floor in my tiny apartment with my paper-thin walls, and it was making me very nervous. So, we're going towards a more prepared video format. These will be on YouTube and hopefully on Facebook, and they will be posted regularly. So they'll be posted when the regular times are. Today, we are talking about focal points. So today's video is learning about focal points. And of course, the first question we have to ask is, what is a focal point? You're probably going to hear me say focal point a ridiculous amount, and I might just say point, because I don't want to say focal point 20,000 million times. But what is a focal point? So a focal point is one of the first things that we see when we look at a picture. So I want you guys to think about, or even like look around you. What is in your room or your house, or what are you seeing? And does it have a point that you look at immediately? So if you have a poster in front of you, what is the first thing you see when you look at that poster? That is your focal point. So it's the thing that you want to look at when you look at when you look at an image. Why would this be important? So why are focal points an important part of artwork in general? And this is kind of complicated. So I want you guys to think about a book. And this can be a book you've read, or a book you know, or even a movie. So books and stories, they have main characters, and those main characters help you kind of understand what's going on in the story. They help you know what's going to happen, what's the emotions are, different things like this. Focal points are kind of like the main characters of a picture. So they help organize the picture, they help organize the painting or the drawing or whatever is being created. And they make it easier for a person to understand. So they're very important when you're making art. Because a lot of times when we're making art because we love it and because it's for us, but we don't think about what the person looking at our art is thinking. And a focal point helps that person understand what's going on. Now, today's focal point is Krakatoa. That's her name. It's ironic. And she is my tiny baby frog. I raised her from an egg that I found in a ditch. Oh, where are you? There you are. Come here. Want to come say hi? You gonna escape? Start a new life? Start a frog business doing frog stuff? This is Krakatoa. Oh. She is a gray tree frog. Here she is. Let's see if I can focus in on her. She's a gray tree frog. She's trying to escape because she's very hungry. Baby, come this way. But she will get crickets after this. And you'll notice that she is the only thing in our picture. So we have our little picture frame, right? Let's see if I can kind of make it a little better. There, now you can see it better. So we have our picture frame. This is our picture frame, right? And we have Krakatoa, and she's the only thing in there. And so she is the first thing that you look at when you look at our picture. So what a lot of you might be asking now is, how do I make my own focal point? So we talked about what a focal point is, right? A focal point is the first thing you see when you look at a picture. We talked about why focal points are important, because they make it easier to understand. They make your picture easier to understand. But we haven't talked about how to make a focal point. So this is probably the simplest way, is literally just put something by itself on a picture. She likes to bite me. She likes to pretend that she's a big bad predator. Putting something all by itself on a picture is really, really easy. It's the easiest way to make a point. But there are other ways that can also work, and they work really, really well. My favorite is this one. So, making things different. So we notice that she is very, very dark, right? And our background is super light. Our background is very pink and happy, and she's very kind of gray and greenish. And so she sticks out, she pops out. But you can also do the same thing with color. So let's see. Let me grab some cool stuff. Some cool stuff. So you can do shape and color. So again, she's very dark. These buttons are very, very light and pretty. And she still pops out. You can do things with texture. And again, shape is a really good one. So, see how she pops out again? She's this very kind of gooey, squishy thing compared to these very hard, very rigid Legos. So we take the Legos away. I want to see if she bites the Lego. Yeah, she bit the Lego. She's so cute. So, we have that. We can do differences in pretty much anything. Where are you going? Another way of doing it is making things lonely. So we kind of already did that, right? She's all by herself. And that's like the easiest way. So she's all by herself. But nope, she's not going to bite the sign. If we put her in with these three, we've got like a little frog click going on, right? So we have our real frog and our not real frogs. But take these away. Maybe go this way. Go that way. Now what do you notice? She's still the focal point because she's by herself. She's not with these other guys. So they look similar, but she's still isolated. She's still all by herself. Another one is, placement. So we can make a focal point by using, oh no, where are you going? Placement. She's gonna escape. Come here, little one. Oh, you're so squishy. So if she is, and this is a live animal program at its best, if she is in the middle of the frame, she is automatically the focal point. So she can, well, the middle of the frame, anything that's in the middle of the frame automatically becomes a focal point. So if she was in the direct center, we would want to look at her immediately. But other ways is we can use what are called guiding lines. So guiding lines are kind of like if you've ever looked at a picture of buildings, where do those lines go? What do they lead to? Or a horizon. What does that lead to? So guiding lines kind of help lead the eye to what you want people to look at. So they lead the eye to your focal point. Come here. I know you're hungry. So for instance, we do this. Now she's really the center of attention, right? Now she's got all the crowd looking at her. So those can be straight lines. They can be anything from circles. straight lines, things, anything that's pointing to our focal point. Another thing that I really like to talk about when talking about focal points is balance. So, oh, it's like you're shaking my hand. It's adorable. We have one frog slowly escaping. But what happens when we put in two frogs? We get balance. So it's slightly off balance, right? Krakatoa is this way. This is Little Terror. And Terror is going to go. So when they're like this, the picture is very calm. When they're balanced, when they're equally distanced apart, or when they're kind of roughly in the same spot on opposite sides, you get a very, oh, sweetie, was that a fail? Was that a little frog fail? Oh, you're going to bite me too. You guys are, you're going to get crickets. So, when they are off kilter, so when they are not equally balanced, it creates a lot more drama. And so, using that, you can kind of put your focal point around the picture, what we call the picture plane, around the picture, and play with emotions and things like that. So this is kind of a long video, but come here, I want to go back home. I want you guys to think about, and if you want to watch it again or pause it, I want you guys to think about what you see in your home that has a really good focal point. Do you have a painting on a wall that everyone looks at? Do you have a favorite book on your bookshelf that sticks out? Things like that. And then if you want, you can even draw your own kind of picture and make your own focal point. So you can start building a little story. Oh, little fun. Oh. Or what about you got some cow friends. All right, I'm donezo's. But if you do make anything, I would love to see it in the comments. Oh, sweetie, I almost hit you with a cow. And I would love for you to show me what you have found in your house. So if you find a really cool focal point on the wall or anywhere else, leave it in the comments. And then I will see you, I think Thursday is our next posting. One more bite for the road. Oh, now she's done. She's like, I caught on to your game. All right. Have a good day, guys. Bye.